All right, welcome to the team call. There's like a awkward silence there as I was hitting record and saying, let's get going. So welcome to our Thursday night team call. It is the 27th of October, which means that we're 2 days away from Super Saturday. So I just want to emphasize the importance of getting to a local Super Saturday. Like, it's so important that you get there. And I'm just going to walk you guys and show you guys real quick, for those of you that don't know, how to find your Super Saturday. So I'm going to show you guys real quick where you find that. You go to your Coach Online office, and I'm going to walk you through it right here. A cool thing I'll just show you while I was there. I was at this video library here, English obviously, and my Flash player is out of date on this one, but I watched it on my other browser. But there's all these training videos right here, and they just released, if you go to events, you can go watch like the summit, all the summit workshops. Like if you weren't at summit, all of them are recorded and placed in there. So I just wanted to let you guys know about that, that you can see from there. So that's where you access that. And I totally went out without showing you where Super Saturday's at, so we're hopping right back on there. But to find your local Super Saturday, what you want to do is you want to go over to this place right here, News and Training, drop down to Events, and then come down here and click this Super Saturday button, and then hit Find Event, and it's going to pop up a new screen right here. There's an interactive map, so what you do is you just zoom in. So for example, I'm in Idaho Falls, so I would zoom in. I see this here on the map. I would click on it, and it gives all the information, registration link, the date, contact number, if I have any questions. And so I can access that all right there. So that's how you find your Super Saturday. I'm emphasizing that because I believe it's a vital part of your Beachbody business. If you want to build a business with Beachbody, like, we're hiding behind a computer oftentimes, and so it's a really great idea. Not a great idea. It's a great thing to do, to go be surrounded by other Beachbody coaches and get ideas from them. So I wanted to share that with you guys. That Super Saturday is this Saturday. Now I want you to go check it. Make sure right after this call you go check it, because some locations do it on Sunday, some locations do it Friday night. So you want to check where your location's at. I remember one of our first Super Saturdays, Brigitte Linford and I drove 5 hours to Boise to go to a Super Saturday. And we met some founding coaches there and a guest speaker, and it was a really big thing for us to help build our belief and really see other coaches and what they were doing. So I just wanted to emphasize the importance of that. Also emphasize the importance of, or just help you guys understand, it is the last quarter of the year. Obviously, we just have 2 months left to finish out the year strong. Traditionally in health and fitness and in the Beachbody, I've been with Beachbody now for 6 years, so I've seen the trends. It usually is a little bit slower in the last quarter with Beachbody. So with that being said, if your business feels slower right now, I don't want you to think that you're doing anything wrong and get discouraged. Just know that that's part of the process. And then be solution oriented. Really be looking at, like, okay, how can I increase engagement? How could I get more people excited? This is your chance and opportunity to just really have fun with your business and see how creative you can get to help people get started, get into a challenge group, and so forth. So I recently, as many of you guys know, just got back, and I'm going to try to keep this call to 35 minutes tops, just so you guys know, because I can go for like an hour usually. So I'm going to try to be dialed in on this, and I have my babies here. Well, my big girls are gone with my wife, so you guys know how that is. So I got like a 1-year-old, a 4-year-old, and a 5-year-old here, and they're not bothering yet. So that's why it needs to be 35 minutes as well. I just got back from the leadership retreat, and as you guys know, I'm a member of the CAB, the Coach Advisory Board. So I know all of the things prior to the leadership, what we're going to be talking about, the shifts the company is going into, where the company's headed in the future, and all of that stuff. So I get to see that beforehand. A lot of it I can't talk about, but I just want you guys to know that we're headed in a really great direction. We're going to need to have a lot of faith, because there needs to be some changes happening. And I had a discussion with my Diamond coaches today, and they're all on board with this same concept. So when things aren't going the direction you want them to be, or at the pace that you want them to be, it's important that you break the cycle but then explain why. Like, why are we breaking the cycle? What are we doing different? And so that's really what I wanted to come here and do today. And it's basically what we did as we worked with the corporate team, the cab members, us and corporate team, figured out some things that need to change, a little bit of taking back to the roots, and then we had to break it to the leadership of the company, and then that trickles down, right? We start doing that, our coaches start doing, our team starts doing that, and then we have to be patient because when you start something, the results come later, right? Usually delayed 4, 5, 6 months. So with that being said, kind of where we gone, I'm just going to be really blunt as we talk about it. I've been a coach for 6 years now. Jennifer, if you guys know Jennifer Greenberg, she's one of my $1 million earners. She was my third coach ever. And if we think back to, and we had this conversation in Coronado last week, when were we most excited about the business? And when were we seeing the most results and the most growth? And it was our first year. It wasn't when we created a bunch of success and we could attract more people. It was when we were super excited about our own fitness challenge, like our own fitness transformations. We're super excited about getting transformations for our coaches or for our customers. We were running we were writing, talking about it, writing it down. And we were like, remember on 9/11, we had our entire challenge group do 911 push-ups in a day or jumping jacks or sit-ups, whatever they chose. I was like, where did that go? Where did that fun fitness stuff go? Now we're like, this is how you do an automated email. This is how you do tags on your this is how you do a Facebook ad. This is how we do Instagram. We're just talking about all this different stuff. And one of the speakers at the leadership shared, and just so you know who it was Danielle Natoni. And if you guys want to know, on my website on scottyhobbs.com, or you can just go direct to my YouTube, I put all of the coach leader speakers and their speeches from leadership on my blog in order, and they're on my YouTube channel as well. So you can go back there and watch them so you know what we talked about there. But it shared the story of Rocky. So I'm going to share that to lead into this and what we kind of need to do as a team. Rocky, he was like, and I didn't watch much of the Rocky. I did, but it was a long time ago. But he did 3 basic things. He ran the streets of, is it Philly? Was it Philly? Philadelphia? Okay, he ran the streets of Philly. He drank raw eggs, and he punched the meat in the meat locker. That was what he did every day. And I almost said that weirdly in our Diamond chat today. I had to correct myself. So he punched the meat in the meat locker. And that's what he did. And he became a champion because that was what he did. He focused on that. He gained this success as a fighter. And he started to change everything, change the way he trained, change the way he did things, and then he loses. And I think it was Rocky 4. He comes back and he wins again. But to do that, he had to go back, and he started running the streets of Philly again, drinking the raw eggs and punching the meat in the meat locker. So the moral of that story, and I've seen that as a coach, and I see it on different levels, like some of our leaders as they grow, or let's say somebody builds their business to emerald, ruby, diamond, and then all of a sudden they get stuck at diamond and fall from diamond and things aren't working anymore. It's the same concept. Is they're doing the right activity like Rocky was. These 3 things are 4 vital behaviors, right? They're doing those, then they get to this diamond, then they start managing and doing all these different things, and they're not seeing success anymore. So, and I see it with higher level leaders as well, like team leaders, organizational leaders, executive leaders in the leadership ladder, where that happens as well as we begin to change the way that we do things, and we don't stay focused on what really works or what got us to that point. So with that being said, we have the 4 vital behaviors. I'm not going to go over those. But what we really talked about, and Carl talked about it on the Surge recently, it was called the vital process. Now, I don't have memorized the perfect, this is step 1, this is step 2, this is step 3, this is step 4. But the vital process, so that I can explain it to you guys, is basically, I'm going to tell you what's happening for the most part. It doesn't happen with everybody, but for the most part. And and many of the leaders of Beachbody take the blame for this shift that slowly started to happen, and we need to bring it back to the roots, is if we look at it, even 6 years, the company is almost 10 years old now with the coach side. I've been a coach for 6 years, and it was all about running fitness challenge groups, getting people on Shakeology, helping them fall in love with Shakeology. They are just in love with that. And then they naturally want to go help people. What happened is coaches began to see great financial success by doing that, myself included. And so now there's more financial, like if you were to follow the top Beachbody coaches or elite coaches or people you aspire to be, the message is now louder about the financial success than it is about the fitness success. Would you agree that's true for the most part? There's more, the message is louder about the financial success, the opportunity, than these programs work, these programs change your lives. And that's not the case with everybody, but that's the overall message, is that shift has happened. And our message, if we want to be a legitimate company that is long-term, we've got to keep the message of the products changing lives louder and more dominant always than the financial opportunity side. So let's remember that, like as we're posting on Facebook and talking to people, we are, that message is louder. That's what we stand for. That's what we do. And if you guys do that, if we do that and we help people, the financial side is going to come. But that's like the fitness transformation side has to and must be louder. Also, the boring part of Beachbody leadership was Jonathan Gelfand. He's the legal guy, the legal attorney for Beachbody. He had to come out and give us the speech about policy and procedure and income claims and product claims and all that stuff. But some companies have been shut down because that message is louder. There's claims about the income and not doing much work. And just what I want you guys to know, to be very aware of when you're at a Super Saturday or hosting, and these will be available in the coach office, but you're doing all this stuff, maybe a Super Saturday hosting like a Zoom coach opportunity. They're coming in and watching as prospects to make sure that we're not making claims and all income based into meetings. So you never know when we'll show up. So I just wanted to let you guys know that Beachbody helped us become aware of that. So that was some of the stuff that I learned from there. And there's one line that stood out. I don't remember who said it, but one line at leadership stood out to me. And it was, be relational, not transactional. Be relational, not transactional. I don't remember who said it, but and I think it was Ali Upham that said something like, we have, a lot of us have great follow-up systems. I have a great, paper and pen, follow-up system to sign up a customer or a coach. And she said, where is your follow-up system on following up with your challengers and coaches that have purchased something? Like, how is your follow-up on that end of the scale? And I was like, man, that's something I really lack on. Like, I'm really good at following up with a prospect. And what I've seen is, we throw people into a challenge group hoping that they, like I said, this is not everybody. We throw people into a challenge group. We hope that they motivate each other, work together, and they get results instead of actually coaching them. Like following up with them, asking them how they're doing, asking what they're struggling with. Do we know if they missed their workout in the Shakeology that day? Do we know if they missed 2 days? If they did, Carl said, quit hiding behind your computer and call somebody. Like, so, and that like hit me. I was like, oh my gosh, like I work my business like 6 hours a day and I call 2 prospects a day and coaches when they tell me they need something, but I never actively go out and just say like, hey, you're on your second week. How are you feeling? It could only be like 2 to 3 minutes even. And it would mean the world to somebody. Like if Carl personally called me and just said, hey man, I'm just checking in on you. How you doing? I'm busy. I know you're busy. I just want to let you know I'm thinking about you. Anything you need. And I'll be like, da-da-da. And it's gone. It would mean the world, right? So it's like, that would be the same thing with my customers and coaches as well. So that really stood out to me. Be relational versus transactional. I'm going to share some numbers. This wasn't really announced at leadership, in the leadership, but it was shown to us in the cabin. This is not one of those confidential things, but we really got to see the numbers, and that's where I want to go. We got to see numbers, graphs of retention and all that stuff, right? And one of the things that really stood out to me is, can you guys agree that like across the board, like we talk about signing someone up as a discount coach so they can save money on Shakeology? Raise your hand if that's like a common thing. Okay, what we learned from statistics is only 2% of people that sign up for the discount, when they did polls and looked at data, only 2% go on to build a business. So like I look at that, and if I sign 100 discount coaches in a year or 2 years and only 2 build a business, that's very discouraging to me. Like I wouldn't feel very excited about my role as a coach and have much fun with it if that was the case. So we need to kind of shift away from the discount coach thing. Like it's okay for someone to want the discount, to have an experience with a program, want the discount, but we shouldn't be, to give an example, I'm looking at Matt Barclay here. Let's say Matt's a friend from high school and I'm talking to Matt. He saw a transformation photo. He's like, dude, I want to try that core to force. So I get on the phone with him. I recruit him to my challenge group, right? Or I'm recruiting him. In the past, I've always I have personally done this. So what you do trickles through your organization, through your team. So I'm like, okay, Matt, yeah, this is going to be awesome. We're going to help you lose those 20 pounds. It's going to be badass because you're doing this MMA stuff. And I go through the challenge pack, what it means to be in the challenger, how I'm going to get him into my challenge tracker app. And then I'm like, hey, you know what? This is kind of how I do it. There's also the option, and this is how I worded it before, Matt, dude, are you planning on doing this more than just the 60 days? He's like, yes. I'm like, dude, well, you might as well just be a coach and get a discount on your Shakeology if you're going to keep using it. And I would do that. And he would become a discount coach. And we need to go, if you're doing anything like that, we need to kind of shift away from that. It's okay if for example, let's say I'm looking at Amanda, let's say you attract somebody on your Facebook post and they're like, they reach out to you and they're like, Amanda, like I've been seeing your stuff. I did Insanity and I love it. Can you tell me about how that Beachbody coaching thing worked? Then by all means, that's already an advocate of the Beachbody program, of the Beachbody workouts. Like you could start them. It would be okay to start them as a coach right off. But if they're like, hey, I don't know how that works. Like I saw you're making some money and doing some stuff at home. Like we should not go straight for recruiting them as a coach. We should take them into the challenge group, make sure that we get them, actually coach them, get them results, and then transition them into coaching. So that kind of leads into the vital process. I just wanted to kind of lead into that and kind of share what's been happening. And what happens, and I can't go into detail on this stuff, but what happens with the discount coaches, so you can understand it, is we're telling them they're gonna save some money, right? Let's say they get 21-day fixed challenge pack for $140. We tell them to do it as a coach to save money. They buy it. Like when they get signed up as a coach with the challenge pack, they're automatically enrolled in the club. If we do it as a customer, they can click the box whether they want the club or not. But when it's a coach, they automatically get enrolled. So we tell them they're going to save money. They really just want to have a fitness transformation, but we told them, hey, you can save money. You're going to get Shakeology a discount. Number one thing Carl said is we're discounting the value of Shakeology first and foremost. And then the second thing is he said, what's happening is we're not educating them enough on what they're doing. We throw them into Coach Basics, into a team page, into a challenge group, and they don't know what's going on. They're overwhelmed. They're confused. And then at day 30, if they even started their program because they're so confused, they get billed $15.95, $39.95, and they're $98 for their Shakeology. They get their club membership, their business fee, and their Shakeology, and they cancel. Almost all of them except the coach fee, and now you have a inactive coach within 1 month. Does that make sense? Kind of what's happening if we go the discount coach route. And that's for the most part, that's numbers that they ran and whatnot. Now I'm going to share something with you guys as we lead into the the vital process. Is they shared some numbers with us and I never really thought about it like this. Like if you want to build a bigger long-term sustainable income, you've got to build a team. We know that. Like you have to have a team and build team volume. But team volume comes from people who love the programs, love Shakeology, and have customers that love the programs and love Shakeology. So that's a necessary part, but we're going to talk specifically about new coaches right now. Like raise your hand if, let's say if you sign up 2 coaches, let's say you have 2 coaches, and they make some commissions. They make $100, $200 in a week. Are they more likely to stay than if they earned like $30? Or to fall more in love with it, or see the value of going and working on their business? And the answer to that is, I saw you guys nodding, is yes. So I saw some interesting facts. They showed us the numbers, and I really never did it before. And this is just for the beginning, right? And in the discount coach thing. So I'm going to use these two hands. We have two coaches. This coach right here is a brand new coach that signed 7 discount coaches in their first month. Okay, that's their SC14 came out of the gate rocking it. 7 discount coaches, and let's just say me as the coach educated them well enough to teach them to put half on one side, half on the other. So they got 3 coaches on one side, 4 on the other. Okay, this coach is also a brand new coach. This coach just signs 1 challenger, 1 21-day fix challenger. Okay, so we've got these 2 coaches. Obviously, this one, we know as far as compensation plan, when you sell a challenge pack to a customer or a coach, you get the same commission, right? So they're going to make more commission because they sold more challenge packs. That's obvious. This person's going to make 1 commission for selling 1 challenge pack. This one will make 7 of those commissions. So obviously they make more right there. But here's what happens. With what we just talked about, at day 30, all 7 of these discount coaches are going to get billed their club membership, their Shakeology, and their coach fee. And a lot of them are going to cancel their Shakeology or even return it if they didn't start using it, or cancel their club membership. And that's if they do. If they keep it, obviously there's going to be the next month volume tied to it. 90 volume points for each of those 7 challenge packs for the Shakeology that comes through. This person is just focused on helping 1 person as a challenger get results. They coach them in the Challenge Tracker app or on Facebook to get results. At day 30, they get charged 1 fee, their Shakeology at the $129. That coach makes $32 for that residual Shakeology income. This guy right here, if we taught them to place their coaches right, they're going to have volume. They're going to be an emerald coach, and they're going to have volume points attached to the 4 coaches on one side, 3 on the other, and it's just, as an emerald coach, just under $30. Okay, for that team bonus cycle for those 7 coaches. So this one makes more that second month on the residual for having a Shakeology Home Direct customer. Also, what we see happening is this person's going to be more excited about their job as a coach because they were focused on helping that customer get results. And then the commission comes, which is awesome, but they feel good about their job as a coach. They're helping them get results. They saw them through the 30 days, saw them lose 10 pounds. They're excited about that, and they want to do that more. This coach is discouraged. They're like, why are these 7 people not on my team call? Why is nobody in the Coach Basics group? Why is nobody, why are they returning their Shakeology? Why are they canceling their club? Why did they return their Shakeology? And there's these things happening that they're not proud of as a coach. Does that make sense what I'm saying there? And they make a few dollars less on the residual. And where I'm going with that is just understanding, like, you as a new coach or a new leader, you want your coach to feel good about what they're doing, to be excited about it, and make a commission. Not make a commission, be a little bit discouraged, wonder what the heck am I doing wrong? Maybe I don't know how to lead people. And so there's those 2 sides of the spectrum. And like I was talking about when I was talking with Amanda, is it's okay to sign a coach that has not been in your challenge group. Just make sure it's somebody that's done the programs, or at least they love like P90X or Insanity or 21-Day Fix. And then you're like, okay, now you can be a coach. Okay. So the goal is that we help people get results with the challenge group. And to think bigger picture, I know for some of you that are newer, it won't really make sense right now, but like next year, you should have a goal to be a premier coach or an elite coach. That's all going to be based off of volume of sales of your personally sponsored coaches. So in this case, signing a bunch of coaches, there's no volume of sales happening. There's more cancellations than volume of sales. If they stay on it, there is 90 volume points. But here, if you can teach your coach to help, and I used 1 as an example just to show you it makes the same amount residually as the 7. But if you can help them even Success Club 5, right? 3 challengers, they're going to get the close to $100 of commissions from that residual. They're going to feel good about what they're doing. They have the actual time and energy to help 3 people get results that month. And so that's going to create volume because they have residual volume points. But what happens in in any business is what you do duplicates through your team. So if you want to be elite and you're doing that and you're teaching your coaches to do that, they're going to have volume points associated. But what's also going to happen is that great challenger, whether it's their challenger for 2 months, 3 months, 6 months before they become a coach, they're going to be in it, right? They're going to love the programs, and you're not going to have to beg them to get on a team call. They're going to be excited about helping people, and they're not going to be afraid to talk about it because it's truly changed their life already. So that leads into the vital process that we talked about. Basically, vital process is kind of like on the vital behaviors, find and attract somebody that you can help with their health and fitness program. The next thing is connect them to the right fitness program and Shakeology, the right program and Shakeology that's going to match their goals, not sign them as a coach, match them with the correct program. The next step is to help them actually coach them, not throw them in a group and hope they make it. Actually coach them through their program and get them results, help them educate them, help them understand the importance of their Shakeology, why they're drinking their Shakeology. So educating them throughout that month. And then the third step, or the last step, is that, now they're an advocate. They love their Shakeology, they love their workouts, they love their program. Now teach them how to do that to somebody else. That's the vital process. If you do that, all the rest will come. You'll build a team of coaches, because these challengers, you just have to be patient for these challengers to get results to then become coaches versus get coaches, like throw them against the fridge like spaghetti and hope they stick. It's actually creating true advocates, creating true coaches. And I'm going to be vulnerable with you guys. I've been, I went through going through some recent struggles, and I've been journaling a lot. Like before, I'm journaling and I'd write one sentence, but now it's it's hardcore. It's this is 1 day journal entry of all my thoughts. I just dump it out on here. And I was journaling about my role as a coach. And this is just to be vulnerable with you guys. And I know some people will say you're a great coach. You've changed my life. I know some people will say that, but I'm talking about self-evaluation, not what other people say. I looked at let's say 20 years from now, 10 years, I know Beachbody is going to be here long past that. Well, let's say it's gone in 10 years. And I was I got to pick another product that I could believe in and build a team again. And the question I asked myself that I wrote out is, would my coaches come back to me and say, he coached me, he coached me, so that they would trust me to coach them again? And I was honestly, a few people, yes, but for the majority, no. I feel I'm a good coach in the aspect of I show up, I do the vital behaviors, I educate people on where to find answers, but I'm basically because I'm a do it myself kind of guy. I just everybody else. Do it yourself, here's where it is. But I didn't actually thinking about when we were kids, the baseball, playing baseball or basketball, I didn't show up for them once a week at practice or twice a week and throw ground balls with them or throw pitches to them and tell them how to change their pitch, help them adjust their swing of the bat, challenge them to run faster. When they run the bases, I tell them you can do it faster than that and make them run it again. If it's basketball, I didn't take, and I used Eric Myers today when I talked about this. I was I didn't take Eric because I know he shows up. I know he's been practicing the fundamentals. I don't put him in the game for the last 5 minutes. Say, Eric, you're the man for this job. You're the one. This is your moment. Go to the corner, take the corner shot, and let's win this game by 1 point. In the last second, I don't coach. I haven't coached people like that. And so I really had that self-analysis. So what I want you guys to really ask yourself as well as you come away from this is, am I actually coaching people? Am I coaching them? And one of the kids made it to the door, so let me grab him real quick. Come here, bud. Okay, we're back. And he's extremely stinky, so good thing we're about done. So that's one thing I want you guys to do a little self-analysis of. And I really bring that up because that's the key part of this vital process is coaching our people and helping them get results. Helping them get results and becoming a true advocate of the program. And so I know that as we do that as a whole, we're going to grow. right? We're going to get more people. And one of the other things is, you guys will notice in my weekly email, like the last 5 months or so, like there's not like a business transformation success story. I've been doing like a fitness transformation success story every week in the weekly email that I send out in the Coach Online office, show someone's transformation. And I had this moment like 6 months ago. So it's really cool now that as a company, we're noticing that and making that shift. Like I had to ask myself, like, where the heck are my Beachbody Challenge winners? Like if I'm Success Club 10 every single month for 66 months or something like that, where are my freaking Beachbody Challenge winners? And that was where I was like, I'm not really coaching them to finish the program, or at least educating them on finishing the program, submitting results, and being dialed in on that. So we're really working on that aspect of it. I believe we as a team, like you guys are incredible people. Like I have no doubt about that. We have an incredible team. We just need to collectively together create that atmosphere where we're working together. Like if you only have one challenger, team up with somebody, work together with somebody, and let's really work on dialing in, getting this vital process, understanding it. And it's like, I've kind of known that, right? Like if you were to answer somebody's question in 5 minutes, how do you run a Beachbody business? How do you create a successful Beachbody business? It's like, be super passionate. My answer would be super passionate about your fitness transformation and your Shakeology. Talk to people, find out what they need, connect them to a program, help them get results with Shakeology and their workout. They fall in love with it, and then you teach them how to do that to somebody else. That's it. But that's basically the vital process. And somewhere along the line, we're like, and it's okay to pay off credit card debt. It's okay to have money to put in the gas tank. All of that stuff is okay. But that message is louder now than helping somebody lose 20 pounds or 50 pounds or whatever. So let's do like a Zoom person-to-person commitment that we are committed to this vital process. And our examples will help teach everybody else. We're going to raise our hands. It's like an oath, man. Are we committed to doing that? I want to be proud of what I do, and I've been proud of what we've built and what we're doing, but you can always do better. And this is the part where I see that we need to do better. Myself, many of us as a team, and Malik even agrees. Look at that. He's nodding his head. Yes. So let's work on that. And I do want to remind you guys, we're ending this right now. Do go watch those leadership calls that I put on my YouTube. Go watch them. Because it's basically everything that we learned. You get to hear Carl Deichler's speech as well. What was one of the other things? And one thing that really stood out as well that I really heard was because you guys are building a business, right? But we're focused on helping people with transformations in this vital process. They were talking about, it was one of the keynote speakers talking about the difference between a level 1 coach and a level 10. And a level 10 coach it's not the one that makes the most money, the one that's excited, that's growing, that's changing lives. The difference was, and their business is growing versus staying stagnant or falling. The difference was, the one thing that they said, they recover from adversity better. They recover from adversity better. So realize that there's going to be hard times to come. There's going to be hard shifts. And I'll just tell you, I'll let you guys know on my level some of the adversity. Like recently we advanced to 14-star diamond. We dropped to 7. Okay, we dropped to 7-star diamond. Today we got back to 8-star diamond. Our team last year this time was growing by 1,100 coaches a week. It's right now 300 coaches a week. Does that make sense? So how are we going to continue growing through? Is we have to recover from this adversity. We have to recover from adversity, and that's how we're going to continue to grow. So I want you guys to know that I feel your pain when you do have like a challenger quit, or a customer that doesn't follow through, or a coach that you invest a lot of time into a coach and they don't follow through. I understand it because I get to see it on the big scale. But the thing that's going to keep you moving forward is staying dialed in on your purpose, staying what's excited about. Like my commitment recently was I want to become my best challenger again. Like super excited about my challenge, my own fitness transformation, getting people into the fitness challenge. So a quick piece of advice I want to give also on top of those leadership calls. for this week is the Core to Force launch is coming up in just a few days. Eric Myers hosted a team call with Jennifer Greenberg, and they taught how to launch Core to Force. They put it in Team Dynasty page. Or you can go to Eric and Dominique Fitness YouTube channel, and it's their newest video. So you can watch it there. Also, when I get mine done tonight, I will send it. I'll put it in the team page. But I got it from Kendra Fletcher. She's really creative and organized, and I'm not. So I made a commitment to help 12 challengers with Core to Force and do it with them. And so I was just kind of winging it, like talking to everybody, inviting everybody. And she had put together let me show you real quick what I'm doing. And then once I finish mine, I'll share it with you. I'll share hers as we go out of here, just so you can see what I'm doing, so you guys can have an idea. Oh, that's not it. Okay, right here. Can you guys see my screen? Ashley, can you see my screen? You're the one I see on your thumbs up. Okay. So I'm making a Google form right here that I'm just copying hers. Official Core to Force test group application. What's your name, email address, phone number? And I'm just copying hers. What are your goals with Core to Force? Why is it important to be selected for this group? What do you think? So I want you guys to know that, and here's hers so you can know. I'm copying this one right here of hers. And then that way, anybody that get interested over the next 5 days, I can send them this, make them fill it out, get on the phone with them and talk about it, and just kind of make it look more official, right, than just saying hop in the group. So when I'm done with mine, or I can put Kendra's in the team page. Was it not showing the right screen? Oh, bummer. I'm explaining something. Let me try that again. Give me 1 second. We'll go to it. All right, here. Okay, here it is. Now you can see it. Yes, okay. So here's hers right here, application. I'm just copying this stuff. I'm using Google Forms from my Google Drive. I made a video on YouTube how to create a form on Google Drive, so you can watch that if you need to. But I'm just walking through and I'm just emulating hers. Like she created it, I'm just emulating it. So that's something that I'm personally doing right there. So once I get that, I will share it with you guys. I'll either share hers in there, or if I get mine done late tonight, I'll put mine in there as well. But that's what I'm doing. How do we finish the year strong? I'm not even yes, I want my coaches to hit Success Club, right? I want that. But my focus is personally, and letting my coaches know what I'm doing, getting 12 challengers in between November and December, and getting those 12 people results, and they're submitting their results to the Beachbody Challenge. I'm going to coach them through that program. And then, I'm going to talk to my coaches about what I'm doing. And obviously if they copy that activity, they're going to hit Success Club or get Success Club points, help some challengers. So that's the action plan that I'm taking. And then real briefly, as we end out, I'm 5 minutes over already. Look at that. I can never stop on time. I set up a team for the Team Spirit that starts November 1st. You guys are probably like, what are we doing with that? What we're gonna do, and I need some help with it. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do Core to Force or whatever. If you're not doing Core to Force, you can do whatever program you do. But we're gonna do 30 days in a My Challenge track. We're not gonna be training and this is how many Success Club points have and this is how many this, that. As coaches for our Team Spirit, we're gonna do a challenge together. If it's not Core to Force, that's fine. If you're doing Body Beast or whatever, we're gonna get everybody into the My Challenge Tracker app, and we're going to log our Shakeology and log our workout. And that's how we're gonna show our Team Spirit, is we're gonna become challengers ourselves, so that we can share our progress and invite people to be in our next challenge group. And that's going to start this process of where we're supposed to be. So I will work on getting that all set up, get some help on that, and then we'll go from there. Okay, guys? All right, we'll see. I got a poopy diaper to change over here. So we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye. You're welcome. We'll see you guys. Thanks for coming on.